Good morning, YouTube. I want to talk about ARD. It was a couple of weeks ago now, and I did record a vlog like right after on the way home, but I think I was so tired from the day. Words, it just wasn't flowing very well, so I'm going to give it another bash right now. So, yeah, it was an awesome day. I learnt quite a lot about what this bike can do, and it exceeded my expectations by a country mile, and I think it exceeded other people's expectations too. It was yeah, very surprising what this can do, and I suppose what I could do. Also, some of it is rider related, not just bike related. So yeah, it was an amazing day. The club that organises it all, Odiham Motorcycle Club, they're pretty good at what they do. They don't mess around. They don't tolerate people being idiots. So for the bike, all I had to do to get it sort of in optimal track mode was change the front brake pads. I've upgraded them to HH pads, which are a lot better, which was probably a good thing actually. I'll get to that in a minute. And then yeah, just had to take the mirrors off, tape up the headlight and the tail light, and remove the number plate, and that was about it. Not really anything else I could do. There's no adjustment in the suspension or anything like that. So yeah, it's pretty much as it is on the road. And considering that, it did really well, especially on these tyres, which aren't exactly big fat sporty tyres. They're fairly narrow, they're street tyres. And yeah, the pilot streets have done pretty good on track. And they haven't gone down too much either, which is a bonus. And changing the pads up front to HH rated pads from standard was definitely a requirement, I would say, because at Odiham there's a big long runway. It's a long straight. You get up to top speed on that quite easily. But then it's heavy brake into about 30 mile an hour right hand corner. So yeah, it is a bit heavy on the brakes at that point. So yeah, I think if I'd have been running the normal brake pads, they would have either ran out, overheated, and I'd have lost braking, and I'd have to carry on going straight on. The good thing about Odiham is pretty much every corner has a run-off, so if you do get it wrong, you just continue going straight on. So yeah, there's plenty of margin for error, which is good for first-timers like me. So after the morning briefing, we went out for 2 sighting laps and then straight into the first session. And I just did what any normal sane person would do and just sort of build it up gradually. So yeah, I started to get a feel for the track, get a feel for how the bike handles, and then yeah, just build it up from there really. Taking that corner a bit faster or leaving the brake until a little bit later here and there. Before I knew what, I was flying, and the bike was getting over on some crazy lean angles, which it felt quite good. Usually when you're leaning over and it feels, wow, that feels like, you know, you're like leaning right over, but then you look at it on video or you see a photo of it or from someone else's point of view and you're like, that. I was kind of expecting it to look less leaned over than what it was on Sweb's photos. Thanks Sam for the photos there. He did a good job considering he was quite far away from the track. He could only take photos from the spectators area, which is not really that close to the track, and it's the sort of wrong side of the corner really to get any good shots, but yeah, he did quite well given the scenario. But yeah, as you can see from some of the photos I've put up, it was yeah, going over nicely, tipping into the corners, toe sliders scraping. No knee down, I didn't try that. I don't think I was quite ready for that, so I wasn't really trying it. There was a couple of times I poked my knee out to see if it was anywhere near, but it wasn't. But I wasn't shifting my weight or anything over. My arse was in the same place throughout the whole thing. So yeah, I was like a friggin' robot or something. But yeah, I was very pleased with the capabilities of this bike, and it gives. I don't want to sound like I'm big-headed or anything, and it's not all about this at all. Because I say it's not a contest or anything like that. It's not competitive. It is an airfield riding day. It's just about your own experience individually, not trying to beat the other guy sort of thing. But it has to be said, this did give the bigger bikes a run for their money. Now, I'm not saying that in a braggy way or anything, that's just how it was, and I was pretty speechless about it. But yeah, it was a great day, and after that, I love this bike even more. Did me proud. I think next time I will take some instruction, because I was going to this time, but I thought, well, no, let me just see what I can do, and then we'll get some instruction at a later stage. And it was good, actually. I got to actually speak to the Baron, because he does instructing there sometimes, and yeah, he was there that day. So I had the opportunity to speak to him, which was good. Very nice guy, of course. So yeah, it's just a shame they didn't allow cameras on track, because it would have been good to sort of get some at least approximate lap times, so I could see how well I was doing. But yeah, they don't cameras outright banned on track now. That's because of them crappy Chinese GoPro mounts which break. A certain set of individuals who had cameras on their bikes one time, and most of them got scattered over the track. They were the reason why cameras are banned on track out there, and those people shall remain nameless. Chops. Womble. Coffee. So yeah, I thoroughly recommend it. You will learn something. You will realise how much your bike can do compared to what it does on the road. It's a great experience. I highly recommend it. Oh yes, I do need to say, if I haven't done already, big thanks to Colin, old fart, for the mentoring, if you like, and all the good tips and advice. Thanks to Sam Webb for the photos. Really pleased with them. And thanks to my fellow riders in our little group that we had go, which was Liberty Ninja, Purple Monkey, a chap called Alex, Tej, and Mia. And of course OMCC for running a tight ship there. So yeah, great experience, highly recommend it. I think I've gone on about that for plenty long enough. So yeah, if you managed to stick with me this long, thank you very much for watching. Ride safe, and I'll see you on the next one.